Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie, and this will be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. If you're completely new to Tarot, not every reading that you see on the internet with your sign is going to resonate, and that's okay. Just discard it if it's not for you. And of course, we can just disregard gender. King, Queen, Emperor, Empress, male or female may resonate, but it doesn't have to. It's more about personality, which I'll describe. All the information for personals is in the description of the video. I also offer a membership. You can check out all the perks for that in the membership tab. Or you can hit the join button below. We did hit 5,000 subs. Every time I get 1,000, I give away a free reading, so you would just have to comment that you want a free reading. And I'll pick one by the end of the week, just one person, and also one member. So if you're a member, make sure you're paying attention to those readings. Excuse me. So I'm just grabbing the overall energy here with the Oracle, clarifying with the Tarot. In the end, I'll grab some advice. Okay, so we have moving on, thank you next. This is making me think of the one girl in the chat that I love that's always a thank you next. This is definitely specific for someone. We have a new start is coming, new moon, and emerging butterfly. I try new things. As an emerging butterfly, I leave my safe chrysalis so I can soar. My mind and body grow stronger as I embrace new, healthy experiences. This newness adds color and beauty to my life. So some of you really are moving on from something. You're accepting that it's time to move into something new. You know, and look at this moving on card, because it's really like pure happiness there. You know, it's like just sitting in a park, bicycling, hanging out, beautiful sunny day. I feel like that's the energy you are truly in. And there's something new happening here, obviously, you know? So, it's got you feeling good. Okay. Got my deck upside down, but that's cool. I'll just take the card as it came out. Strength in the reverse. Leo energy. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. The Two of Pentacles. And the Ten of Cups. Challenge position we have Aquarius energy. I want to say that there is somebody here that is incapable of holding you back anymore. It really could be a Leo person, but I just feel like, you know, there's no... I feel like there's a person that just does not have any kind of control over you anymore. I just feel like there's some kind of like need to be your own person. You know, what I'm getting here is like this, right? Say that I was with somebody for 10 years, right? Like I had kids with this person, maybe I was married to them, something like that. You know what I mean? But I got with them when I was like, 21, and at 31, I'm not even the same fucking person. That person's not the same person, and I'm not going to be held back by them anymore. I'm not just going to stay married to somebody because, well, we got married. I know that it's supposed to be a vow or whatever, but like I probably really wasn't mature enough at like 20 when I decided to do that. There's just something where it's like, I'm not even the same person. We're not the same people. And I think that you really did struggle for a long time trying to deal with the fact that like you were slowly losing any independence that you had, any self identification that you had in the situation, because to me, like, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is like having to either like really financially depend on someone else, or like really even just energy exchange wise, like not being able to really do everything by yourself here. Mostly pertaining to a lot of you just like having kids with a person, or again, being tied up into some things, especially emotionally. Now there's this opportunity the challenge here is actually starting something new. You don't feel like you're being held back by this person anymore, that you need to, I can't continue to struggle with the idea of one day things are going to work out in a situation when it becomes clear over time that they won't, and accepting that it's time to do something new. The difference here now is the challenge is actually stepping out there and getting it going. Because it requires like taking a risk, and 3 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Temperance in the reverse. I mean, to see the 2 of Pentacles in the upright, Temperance in the reverse is not such a crazy idea, I really do feel like it's like just a person that's hard to work with, but also to leave, because there's all kinds of ties here. I think for a lot of you, though, if you're keeping it real, like the real tie in the situation was just financial. Once you can step out and do things on your own, like this person will never see you again. Something like that. But I feel like there's kind of a lot of turmoil in the way that the 2 of you communicate. Like there's not like clear communication. This could be like an avoidance and sometimes, and then other times like explosions. And I think that you feel like when you look back at things, it's like obviously when you first met a person, you saw the potential and things were like totally different. And again, there's change along the way. I don't feel like you're like bitter about something and that's why you're capable of moving on. Just kind of like really keeping it real with yourself about what a situation was here. Really, it wasn't like a peaceful situation and like things weren't how they didn't have to be the way they ended up, but they did. This is where we're at, and I'm ready to just step out and start over. And in this sense, it's not even just like a financial thing. For some people, that may be it. It's more about, I need to figure out who the hell I am, because I don't feel like I'm the same person that I used to be. I don't feel like we fit anymore. I don't feel like any of this shit resonates with my soul anymore. Like, and that happens, you know what I mean? Like you get closer to that midlife time period, and some people in their late 20s, early 30s, going through like real spiritual changes where they start to truly develop as like an adult person with their own ideas. Over time you do change up like who you're around, who you do resonate with, basically who you can even stand or tolerate. I think someone did this like more in a smart manner. You know, it's like they are looking at a situation like they need freedom, not, hey, I need a better relationship or I deserve a better partner or something. It's, I need to go out there and figure out who I really am, which I think you struggled to do. And now you have this good idea of who you are, what it is that you are really looking for in life, the role that you play in it. Where you went wrong, which may be in like listening or communicating some of the ways that you think. Anyway, I think some of you are willing to take a risk here. Like, it's going to happen. It's challenging, right? Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's exactly what's needed, though, to just go ahead and actually try something new, no matter what the situation is here. But I feel like it's a huge life change. You can't let something that happened or an old situation hold you back anymore. It's time. Can I have some advice here? The Knight of Wands, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Wands in the reverse. It's saying not to do this stupidly. Don't, you know, the Fool is a new beginning, it's a new journey, but sometimes it's also about being foolish. You know, you don't want to do that. Don't run off without a real plan, because then it won't happen. You know, if this is, especially if it's something where you have to depend on someone or you just want to get away from them in some kind of way, you don't want to run off when you don't really have it and have to end up back in their grips or end up in a worse situation. You know, it's saying don't do anything too fast. Make sure that you really do know what you're doing instead of, I think, just doing something really stupid here. or it could be that someone else is coming back around because they see that you're ready to jump off into something new, trying to really hold you up or stop you. It's not a good idea. There's kind of something here where if you're kind of trying to get away from a situation, don't just run away from a situation, get away from the situation, if that makes sense. Like, you don't want to jump into like another situation that's just not going to work out either. But some of you are not in a situation like that. It's just understanding that it's okay to not rush something and to just slowly get out of something. I don't know. There's something here where it's like you want to not jump out of, I guess, the pan into the fire. It's a little confusing for me to understand. Like, I think a lot of you are ready to actually move away from a person, completely let them go for once. Everybody's on like their own little timeline here about what's happening and what this new situation has to be. Even if it's just learning to just be by yourself, really for the first time. That's where all this change is going to be made, is basically allowing something from your past to just be a part of the past, and accepting something new is going to bring a lot of abundance into life. Okay. Well, I hope this was helpful to somebody. I'll see you guys soon.